Among scientists, the decipherment of species in a standard manner is of great importance in terms of facilitating communication. That is why taxonomy, also known as classification science, has a set of rules. Classification and nomenclature are very important. Because science requires that thousands of scientists can agree with each other over certain concepts and tell each other the same thing, even if they speak different languages. For this reason, within the framework of biology, which is the science of living things, each living thing must be classified and named within a certain system. Another requirement of classification is that since evolution is a fact of nature, there are indeed many creatures that look and do not resemble each other depending on this phenomenon. The grouping of these similarities in itself gives rise to taxonomy, that is, the science of classification. Many species are named by taxonomists who specialize in a certain group of organisms. A new nomenclature can be done for a never-before-seen species discovered deep in the sea, as well as for specimens collected from nature waiting to be examined on the dusty shelves of a museum. Sometimes creatures discovered hundreds of years ago or caught in nature can be rediscovered as a result of a new analysis and get a species name for the first time. Moreover, it can be revealed that living things that we sometimes think belong to the same species actually belong to separate species by more thorough analysis. This is called revision in the language of taxonomy and is used for subsequent detailed analysis. But the scientific name of a species does not become official until the analysis of that species is published in an official peer-reviewed journal. Other content related to taxonomy. What is platypus? What can the platypus teach us about the evolution of mammalian animals? Evolutionary kinship of leopards and humans. Largest known bird, Forum titan. Basic rules of taxonomy. Of course, the first rule of taxonomy is that creatures of different species will never be able to bear the same species name. But sometimes conflicts can occur at the genus level, which is only allowed if it is used for living things from different realms. For example, the genus Alsophila is the name of both the fern and a moth genus. The second rule of taxonomy is known as the priority rule. The name given to a group of living things must be the old name obtained from that living thing. In this way, the preference of the person who first determines the name is guaranteed. If there are taxonomies that name the same species in different ways, regardless of each other, the accepted name will be that of the researcher who first gave the name. But sometimes both names can gain fame independently. In this case, the old name is given as the official name, and the later name is given as the synonymous species name.